keeps control for Thompson. Pass for Stevens, wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Sem for takeoff.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday evening inside the Foreground. It's our second semifinal featuring the Kindred Vikings and the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. And welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go online to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Just moments ago, the Devils Lake Firebirds punched their ticket to the state tournament championship game for the first time since 1999 with a 64-53 win over Grafton. The Devils Lake Firebirds will be playing in the championship against the winner of this contest between Kindred and Shiloh tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. The loser of this game heading to the third place game where they will go up against the Grafton Spoilers. Again, that is a look at what happened earlier today. Consolation bracket, Valley City over Beulah 58-54, and Kindred defeated Delax Burlington 40-38. Taking a look back for the Kindred Vikings, 24-0 on this season, head coach by Brad Whale. They defeated Kildare 65-41 yesterday. Here for the Kindred Vikings, leading the way in scoring was Presley Peraza with 19 points. You had Brooks Baca with 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And then Jake Starcevic with 10 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists as well for Kindred. For Shiloh Christian, 18-6 on the season, head coach by Brad Miller. The Skyhawks have won 5 straight, including a win over Delax Burlington, 74-54. The big key in that game, Shiloh outscored the Lakers by 14 points in the third quarter, 21-7. Their big point man was Wyatt Weston with 14 points, 7 rebounds. Caden England had a game-high 27 points for Shiloh Christian. And the big man on the interior, Atticus Wilkinson, with 5 of 5 from the floor with 13 points and 5 boards in Shiloh's win over Delax Burlington. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this, dive into this matchup a little bit more, hear from both head coaches. That's all still to come ahead of the starting lineups and the opening tip about 20 minutes from now here on yourliveevent.com.
Saturday, April 6th, Vikings from across the land will converge to feast and celebrate the athletes and their achievements. Vikings will raise their swords, ride their mighty steeds, bid on treasures, gems, and experiences, with the focus on supporting the kids. Join the tradition, forged in friendship and molded in the spirit of family. Viking Pride.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snow melt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email hudsonk@farmfungi.com, or for more information, visit the website farmfungi.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
For the first time ever, World of Outlaws at Norman County Raceway on Saturday, June 29th.
As we continue on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Earlier this season, the Kindred Vikings defeated the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks in Kindred 66-62 on December the 16th. What's at stake for both teams, or for the Kindred Vikings trying to make it back to a state championship, where they were able to make it back-to-back years in 2020-21 season and the 2021-22 season, winning the state title in 21, coming up short in 2022 against Four Winds Minnewacan. Well, for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, they were there last season against Central Cass, trying to get there for the third time in program history. Shiloh has never won a state title, runners-up in 19 against Thompson in overtime, and runners-up against the Central Cass Squirrels last season in Bismarck, 61-44. So Kindred trying to get back to a state championship and bring home their second title for Shiloh Christian, trying to make it back-to-back championship appearances, but trying to bring home their first state title in program history. Again, the winner of this game will go up against the Devils Lake Firebirds. Kindred never played Devils Lake during the regular season. Well, on the opposite side here for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, they lost to Devils Lake on January the 19th, 77-56 at Devils Lake. So that's a little look at both of these particular contests. The broadcast of this game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll hear from the coaches. First up will be Brad Miller of Shiloh Christian. Then we'll hear from Brad Whale of the Kindred Vikings. Get to our starting lineups and the opening tip. It's the 2024 North Dakota Division A Boys Basketball Semifinals. I'm Chase Miller with you here from the Fargo, and we will keep you apprised of what's going on out west as well at the State B at the Minot State Dome. But a quick break. When we return after this, we'll hear from the coaches here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Talk about good luck. You can save over $4,000 when you move into Benedict and Mission Court in Ada this month. Sign a lease and get your third month of rent free, and they'll waive the community fee. Benedict and Mission Court provides 3 meals a day, housekeeping, transportation, social activities, a full kitchen and handicap accessible bathroom, plus indoor access to essential health care and on-site Benedictine therapy services. Call today to schedule a tour, 218-784-5250. Benedictine.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Join us now on our Irie Insurance pregame show from the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. He is Brad Miller as they tangle with the Kindred Vikings here in the second semifinal of the Division A Boys Basketball Tournament. And Brad, first things first, what did you like most about your team's performance yesterday against Delax Burlington that you hope to carry over into this particular game here tonight against the Vikings?
Well, I thought we had good shot selection, and guys played really tough defense. We had a little bit of trouble with Fisher from the DOB in the first half. Then we put a little bigger guy on him in the second half, and that seemed to help a little bit. But other than that, I thought we played pretty good the second half.
Another familiar opponent that you played here this season in terms of the Kindred Vikings maybe felt like a while ago there in December when you played them in Kindred. How have you seen your team and their team kind of change from then? We'll start with your team here, Brad. How have you guys kind of continued to, develop throughout the maturity of the season from December to where we are now here mid-March?
Well, we've been playing about 10 guys. Earlier in the year, we were playing about 8. And we had some JV guys that stepped up, and so we started giving them a few varsity minutes. So we've been kind of playing 9 to 10 guys every night. I think Kindred plays about 7, so we've got maybe a little bit more horsepower that way, but they're way bigger than we are. I mean, they're bigger at every position. And we're going to have our hands full trying to rebound and defend inside there.
Anything remind you that you hope to take from that first game that is a benefit to playing a team, one time already once you play them the second time around in a tournament? Any benefit to that here, Brad?
Well, obviously, playing somebody before helps because you're not like totally unfamiliar with them. And the fact that we play them every year, you kind of get used to, what they do, and they have their tendencies, we have ours, and their coach knows us well too. So you just got to go lace them up, and you put everything into the whole season and tried to build the kids, and at this point they just got to go out and get the job done.
For Atticus Wilkinson, what has he provided this year for Shiloh Christian Skyhawks basketball, and just more importantly throughout the program during his tenure?
Well, he's had a really good season. He's a really good back-to-the-basket player. He's got good post moves. He can go either direction. And he's really tough inside. A lot of teams double and triple team him when he gets the ball, but like a team like Kindred's not going to have to do that because they got guys that are bigger than him, so they'll probably play him straight up. But he's had to battle all year because he's been getting a lot of bodies thrown at him.
Final thing for you, Coach Miller, before you let you go, 32 minutes of basketball. What must Shiloh Christian do to get to that championship tomorrow night?
Well, we're going to have to rebound really, really well, particularly on the defense. And we can't be giving them 2 or 3 shots every time they come down, and they're really long and they're really good on the boards. So we've got to do a really good job of boxing out. And then we have to try to play fast because they're obviously bigger than us, and so we've got to try to take advantage of maybe a little bit of speed we might have. So that's what we're going to try to do, is try to get them to play our game, but that might not be easy.
Brad, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here tonight against Kindred.
Okay, thank you.
That again, Brad Miller, head coach of the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, will continue after this.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snowmelt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email hudsonk@farmfungi.com, or for more information, visit the website farmfungi.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here from the Fargo, it's the second semifinal of the Division A boys basketball tournament featuring the Kindred Vikings and alongside the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Joining us now from Kindred, he's the head coach, that is Brad Whale. And Brad, let's just talk about that scrappy win against Killdeer, 64-51. Obviously, Presley, Peraza, Brooks Bacco, Jake Starcevic, a nice performance defensively that led into some transition points. What did you like best about your team's performance last night here, Brad?
I really like the fact that we got off to a quick start, got some easy baskets right away. They struggled early on with our pressure, but it seemed like we could never really put them away until the fourth quarter.
What did you see from Brooks Bacco that just allowed him just to enjoy the moment a little bit as a freshman? Maybe the old saying, he's young enough to not know the stage that he's on at times here, but what did you see from Brooks's play that led into some transition and obviously getting you guys set in the half court?
Well, he's a very poised young man, and he's probably playing older than he really is. So we really like that. He's the coach on the floor. He's smart. He's heady. He gets us in our offense, and he's really smooth out there as well.
Another game that you're playing in a state tournament that you played a regular season opponent. You played Shiloh for many years in the regular season. So how will that help you here tonight? Same question kind of with Killdeer, Brad. How does that help once you get to this point, but now a new opponent with Shiloh?
You know, familiar opponent. We've played him the last 5-6 years. You know, Brad's done a great job, and they got a really good program. we're going to really have to defend and guard the three-point line and stop dribble penetration.
What was the one thing that you take from that December game, or can you take much from a game that was about 3 months ago here, Brad?
Well, things can change. I think both teams have made improvements. But one thing, they got off to a quick start on us. It was 20-10 after the first quarter. So we have to start a little bit quicker tonight.
As you kind of look into this one, is this one that you want to be more in the half court, tempo up and down? What do you want to see the pace of play here this evening against the Skyhawks?
Well, I think both teams like to get up and down the floor, so I anticipate the ball going up and down and players flying down the sideline, so I can see a very high up-tempo type of game with a lot of possessions.
Hey, Brad, last thing for you. Wilkinson, is he someone you look to double? Do you have the size enough to go at him? Obviously, I know with his size and presence, a lot of teams will try to rip it out and see if there's some shooters, but they got guys who can hit threes as well. So what's that matchup with Atticus on the inside?
I think to start, we'll really give a strong three-quarter front, and then we obviously got adjustments if we have to, if we're having trouble with them in the post. Problem is they got shooters on the perimeter, and they can break you down off the dribble, so that's a definite concern if we have to double.
Brad, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here this evening against Shiloh.
Thank you.
And again, Brad Whale, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, will continue after this from the Fargo Dome. Triton Mechanical is your leader for commercial, industrial, and residential contracting in southeast North Dakota. From the quality of their products, the commitment to you, the customer, and their service, let Triton Mechanical handle your next request from heating, cooling, boilers, and more. Go online at triton-mechanical.com. That's triton-mechanical.com for all your service work or to get in contact with them today. Triton Mechanical is a division of Grotberg Electric, and they strive to leave a legacy of excellence with their partners, customers, and employees. This again is our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Started today. The Shiloh Christian Skyhawks averaging 72 points per game defensively, giving up 61. A note, Shiloh, of their 6 losses, 5 of them are when they're held to under 70 points on the season. Here for the Skyhawks, for the Kindred Vikings, 66 points per game, scoring defensively. They only give up 45. Yesterday, not the greatest shooting performance from the land of 3 for Kindred. They just went 2 of 20, but they still shot 44% from the floor and got to the free throw line 25 times yesterday against the Killdeer Cowboys, making 13 of them. The winner of this game will play the Devils Lake Firebirds after Devils Lake top Grafton by 11. Loser of this game will play Grafton for 3rd place. So the 7th place game, Beulah Deluxe Burlington tomorrow morning at 9:30. The Constellation Championship will feature Valley City and Killdeer at 11:15. At 3 o'clock, the loser of this game against Grafton for 3rd. And at 5 o'clock, it's the winner of this game against Devils Lake for the championship. That'll, again, be at 5 o'clock. We'll take one final break. When we come back after this, it's the starting lineups and the opening tip between the 5 seed in this tournament, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, and the number 1 overall seed in the Kindred Vikings. Back after this inside the Fargo Dome.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
The Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 21st at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. New exciting genetics, 65 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, 20 elite registered heifers, and 5 replacement bred heifers. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Request a catalog today. Email gjrangus@feltontel.net or call 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus and Partners, Rivers Edge Cattle Company, Prairie Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 21st. Visit jacobsonredangus.com.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Let's get you ready for the starting lineups here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller with you inside the Fargo as they go over the starting lineups in an alternating order, but we will start with the visitors on our scoreboard. That is the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, and then we'll get to the Kindred Vikings starting lineups here in a moment. For Shiloh Christian, head coach by Brad Miller with a mark of 18 wins and 6 losses on the season. They'll roll like this. Devin Davis, a 6-foot senior forward with 6 points and 2 rebounds in their win against DLB. Wyatt Weston, the 6'2 junior forward, averaging 14 points per contest. Caden England, the 6'2 junior guard, with 27 points in the win for the Skyhawks against the Lakers. Then you also have from there Isaac Emmel, the 6-foot senior guard, 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Atticus Wilkinson, the 6'6 senior center, averaging 16 points per game and 9 rebounds. Davis, Weston, England, Emmel, and Wilkinson for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. For the Kindred Vikings, they'll go like this. Head coach by Bradwell with a mark of 24 wins and 0 losses. Brooks Bacco, the 6'4 freshman guard, followed there by Carson Osee, the 6'8 junior forward. Jake Starcevic, the 6'2 junior forward, with Presley Peraza, the 6'5 junior, and Jack Davis, the 6'3 senior. Bacco, Osee, Starcevic, Peraza, and Davis. The Kindred Vikings out in their home white uniforms with Vikings across the front in blue. The Kindred Vikings in their royal blue and white uniforms, while for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks in the navy uniforms here with the gold numerals and lettering of Shiloh in cursive across the front. 4 8-minute quarters with a 35-second shot clock. Winner heads to the championship tomorrow late afternoon, early evening at 5 o'clock. The loser heads to the third place game at 3. In the center circle will be Wilkinson going up against Peraza. Opening tip at 8:24 on a Friday night, and the second semifinals is underway here inside the Fargo. England leaves it right-handed side, gets the ball back after a handoff to Emmel. Wilkinson posting up on the interior. Weston pops a pass to Emmel. Back to England here as the Vikings come out man pressure defense. England left-handed side out to Davis. Davis looking for a teammate. This one goes across the paint and a turnover. With it is Starcevic. Starcevic to the paint, right-handed layup for 2. And just like yesterday, Starcevic with points off turnovers immediately here for the Kindred Vikings. England taking a hard dribble. England hang, shoot, got the shot up and got it in. Interesting matchup. Starcevic at 6'2" against Wilkinson at 6'8". They're going to have Starcevic guarding Atticus here to start things off. Right-handed side, Osee, right wing 3 on the way. Tickles a twine. Carson Osee with his first field goal of the tournament. And now it's a 5-2 contest here for Kindred. Other side of the floor, Weston rises right to the key 3, and we're knotted at 5. Buckle up for the opening 70 seconds. First tie of the contest here. Top of the key goes Starcevic. Starcevic gives it to Osee. Osee, rainbow 3. Splash City. Osee with the triple. And just as Bradwell said, it's going to be an up-and-down game so far early in this one. Left-handed side will be Weston. Weston will handle it here. Back to top to England. Kate England guarded there by Osee. England with the dribble, gives it back up top to Davis, inside to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, oh, and a block shot by Starcevic. Starcevic timed it perfectly. He's got a steal, he's got a block, and 2 points. Osee from 30 feet. Osee, yes, sir! Osee from the left wing. That was way downtown. Osee now with 9. And when Osee's feeling it, He can have the green light. Right-handed side Davis. Ball gets skipped to Weston. Weston, teardropper in the paint, rattles in for two. Wyatt Weston now with 5, and these two teams flying up and down the floor in the opening 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Starcevic gives it now to Davis. Davis left-handed side to Starcevic. Starcevic spinning his way, lost it, regains the possession, finds OC. OC now to Davis. Davis at the left wing to Starcevic. Starcevic on the baseline pops it past, but he was out of bounds, and a turnover here on the Kindred Vikings. 5:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Shiloh will bring in some fresh new faces. Carter Seifert, the 6'1" senior, will check in. Also, James Melberg, the 5'10" senior guard. Melberg with 3 rebounds, 2 assists for the Skyhawks against Alex Burlington, while Carter Seifert with 3 points and a rebound against the Lakers. Shiloh Christian will handle it here against this half-court man pressure defense. With it, left-handed side again is going to be Seifert. Gives it back up top now to Melberg. Melberg bounce pass interior to Atticus Wilkinson, and there's a steal on the way by Starcevic. Starcevic gives it to Peraza. Peraza on the baseline finds it. Davis, left wing, rising, shooting. Three-pointer will go long and aboard to Wyatt Weston. Weston corrals the miss. Up the near sideline goes now to Melberg. Melberg from the right wing, three-pointer. That'll get stuck, and it will be a jump ball, and it will be a media timeout. It was stuck right between the backboard and alongside the rim. 4:55 remaining in the first quarter. It's been an up-and-down pace. It's Kindred up by 4.
Saturday, April 6th, Vikings from across the land will converge to feast and celebrate the athletes and their achievements. Vikings will raise their swords, ride their mighty steeds, bid on treasures, gems, and experiences, with the focus on supporting the kids. Join the tradition, forged in friendship and molded in the spirit of family. Viking pride.
4:55 remaining here in the first quarter. The Kindred Vikings 11, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 7. Carson Ossie with 2 points, 3 rebounds in the quarterfinals against Killdeer. He didn't need to get going, but he played good defense, got some block shots along the way as well, but he was making up for it here with 3 field goals in the opening 2.5 minutes. He's made now 39 threes on the season as the Vikings have a 11-7 lead over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Wyatt Weston with 5 points and a made 3 here for Shiloh to lead the Skyhawks. After that shot again by Melberg was stuck between the backboard and the iron. The jump ball arrow went to Kindred. The Vikings, after the media timeout, will handle the basketball. A little full court token man pressure defense by Shiloh. Brooks Bacco now crossing the timeline on the near sideline. Bracco gives it. Starcevic, high post right to the paint. Starcevic off the window. We'll see a foul. A putback slam by Peraza. That's negated. And the question is, who's going to be the foul on here for the Shiloh Skyhawks? And this one will go against Carter Seifert. His first and the team's first, as going to the free throw line to shoot 2 is Starcevic. But immediately to see Peraza get up and jam that one, even though it did not count, goes back to something that Brad Miller said in our pregame show. They're going to have to rebound, and rebound some more and defend inside out. If you're going to help the helper, and both of the defender who got beat and the backside defender is going to come over and try to get in front of Starcevic, that leaves a high-flying Kindred Viking coming to attack as Starcevic goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Kindred again didn't shoot extremely well from the stripe yesterday against Killdeer. Got there a lot. Foul will be on OC on the drive. Carson will pick up his first, team's first, after England was making his way to the paint. As we'll have our first substitution for the Vikings, Owen Hoyme, the 6'1" senior guard, will check in. Hoyme with 6 points and 2 assists in the quarterfinals. Shiloh will bring back on Devin Davis. But going back to the Vikings' point, they got there plenty, though. 25 times, they made 13 of them against the Cowboys. Shiloh, a made field goal here, would cut it down to a one-possession game. Left-handed side is Melberg. Melberg gives it back now to Weston. Weston, a little shake and bake. Weston rising from the baseline, can't get it to go. Rebound, Tassifore out of bounds, and it'll be off of the Kindred Vikings. 4:20 remaining here in our first quarter. 11-7 Kindred with the advantage. England to inbound the basketball on the baseline. As he does, pops a pass left-handed side. That'll go as they give it now to Weston. He'll rise, left wing three-pointer short. Good board by Brooks Bacco. Outlet pass the other side of the floor goes to Owen Hoyme, and Shiloh gets back well defensively. So now Carson O.C. top of the key. O.C. couple of hard dribbles left-handed side to Brooks. Bacco gives it on the swing to Hoyme. Hoyme finds Peraza at the free throw line. Peraza, nice little slip pass to Starcevic, but better hands by Shiloh. It's still loose. Eventually the Skyhawks come up with it. Grease up the floor. Grease with a give and go. Grease to the paint, but can't finish. And a rebound goes to the Vikings. Carson O.C. gets the board. Left-handed side to Bacco. Post touch now on the left block to Starcevic. Starcevic spins. Oh, what a move. Starcevic finishes with the up and under for two. Starcevic now with a 13-7 lead here for Kindred. Good move again by Starcevic. Fake to go inside the paint. Bounce pass to the baseline. And now Starcevic is going to get another steal. His third. Starcevic with a head of steam. Alley-oop. Almost stumped by Peraza. He missed it. Other side now goes Shiloh. Making his way is England. England on the baseline. Kick left-handed side. Rising three-pointer is well short. And a great box out. Grease with the air ball three-pointer. Great box underneath by Hoyme. But Starcevic trying to lob it up to Peraza. That one rattled out, and Shiloh will get called for a reach and foul. Tristan Grease, the 6'3 junior, picks up his first and the team's second. 2:56 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Kindred 13, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 7 here on your liveevent.com.
With roots in Hillsboro, North Dakota, RDK Enterprises has been a cornerstone of the agricultural community since 2011. Now, under new ownership, we proudly introduce GSD Precision Ag. Same great team, same dedication to excellence, but with a fresh perspective. At GSD Precision Ag, we are committed to innovation and forward-thinking solutions that empower your farm's success. GSD Precision Ag, your partner in progress, same trusted service, now with the renewed energy and vision.
Taking a look at scores from Minot earlier today in the semifinals. West Hope Newburgh with a 63-61 win over Bowman County. Walker Broughton with 26 points and 10 rebounds in the win for the Sioux. And North Star, the Bearcats, the number one overall seed, advanced in Division B with a 62-48 win over Bishop Bryan. Dane Hengler with 25 points and 11 rebounds for the Bearcats in the win. We will have coverage right now on yourliveevent.com with James Martins as he is up at the Minot State Dome with Lamore, Litchfield-Marion, and Sargent County. That is a consolation semifinal. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Sargent County leads it by 4 at 10-6. Here on yourliveevent.com, Chase Miller with you from the Fargo after the final media timeout of the opening quarter. Brooks Bacco here for the Vikings, takes the ball screen from Hoyme. Osi runs on the baseline on the left block. Now he makes it on the interior to Starcevic. Starcevic inside the paint, muscling his way underneath the hoop. Kick out, extra pass to Sunram, right of the key. Riley rising, three-pointer short, and a rebound comes to Isaac Emmel. Sunram's hit 5 so he's got the green light if he's open to shoot him as he comes off the bench now for Brad Whale. This one will be up top to England. England guarded by O.C. Back to the right-handed side with it. There is Emmel. Emmel inside the paint. Bounce pass. Left-handed side. This will go to Davis. Davis to left wing. Back to the top of the key to Emmel. Emmel with a rock. Able to give it back to England. England here at the top of the key. England with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Spins at the free throw line. Hang, shoot, shot, no. Rebounded Carson O.C. his second of the game. Brooks Bacco, the other side of the floor now for Kindred at the 2-minute mark of the opening quarter. And Bacco and Sunram not on the same page as Bacco throws that one into the student section. 3 turnovers for Shiloh, 3 for Kindred as Wilkinson will come back into the game here for Shiloh Christian. For Shiloh, it was 11-7 Kindred at the 4:55 mark. They haven't scored here in 3 minutes against this Vikings half-court pressure defense. Emmel, left-handed side, that'll go to Melberg. Melberg on the baseline, gives it to Wilkinson to release pressure. Handoff to England at the left wing. England with the skip near sideline. That goes to Emmel. Back to England. England tries to muscle his way through a double team, and we'll see a foul. And this will be on the floor. Foul will come across the way. This will be on Starcevic. Hit first, and the team second. It was either going to be on Starcevic or Osi. As Starcevic will check out, coming in will be Presley Peraza. Shiloh to inbound the basketball here as they will handle it with England. Fresh 35 in the shot clock, 1:37 remaining here in the third. Melberg, right wing, Melberg, one dribble, right to the paint, right-handed scoop for two. James Melberg with his opening field goal of the contest, and the Skyhawks are back within 4. Kindred, OC rising, this from deep. OC, yes sir! He's hit another one! Carson OC with his 4th made triple in the opening quarter. Other side, teardropper will see a foul here with Wyatt Weston. OC's hit 2 from NBA plus range. He's hit one from a foot and another one from about 3 feet behind the NBA line. Foul will be on the Kindred Vikings. Brooks Bacco, his first, team's 3rd, and so far the story is Carson OC here for Kindred. Left-handed side will be Wyatt Weston, back up top to Melberg. Melberg rising, left elbow jumper short. Rebound though by Atticus Wilkinson. Wilkinson making his way to the baseline. Teardrop floater, can't get it to go. Brooks Bacco clears the miss, and Brad Wales says let's run an offensive set. Bacco into the front court. Bacco takes the small screen from Sunram now to the right wing. Bacco hanging off the window. Count it. Bucket got it good. Brooks Bacco with an and-one opportunity. Got a little screen by Sunram. The help didn't come out quick enough with Wilkinson, and by the time Bacco went up in the air, Shiloh committed the foul. The foul will be assessed on Carson Quam, his first, and that'll be the Skyhawks' 3rd of the quarter as OC subs out and gets a nice round of applause from the Kindred faithful in attendance. 18-9, Vikings with the advantage. Free throw opportunity here for Brooks Bacco is up. That'll be off the mark, but a rebound to Atticus Wilkinson, his 2nd of the game. Shiloh now with England in the front court. England at the left wing, pops a pass left-handed side to Emmel. Back to the top of the key, Melberg nearly lost it. Melberg right-handed side, jumper on the way. 3-pointer will go long by Quam, but an offensive board for the Skyhawks. The Skyhawks can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they want, but they will give it now to England, guarded by Hoyme. England will utilize it here, dribbles it back out now to the scorer's table. England walled off here by Hoyme. The Vikings do have a foul to give before the end of the quarter. England makes his way to the paint, though, however. Now he's got 4. 5 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Bacco with 4. Bacco with 3. Bacco drive, kick, Sunram to beat the horn. 3-pointer. That'll go long, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play. After 1 quarter of play in the State Division A quarterfinals, it's the Kindred Vikings 18, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 11, here on your liveevent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway. Great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun. Red River Valley Speedway. Racing at its very best. Red River Valley Speedway.
Racing runs May through August. For more details, visit redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
It's the state semifinals here on yourliveevent.com as we head to the second quarter. I'm Chase Miller with you courtside from the Fargo Dome. Reminder, we will follow the Kindred Vikings again throughout this state tournament as they will either play at 3 or 5 o'clock respectively, barring the win or the loss. With the win, they'll play the Devils Lake Firebirds, a team that has not played against Kindred here this season. If they lose, they will play Grafton for 3rd place tomorrow at 3. Championship again will be at 5. Shiloh will start the basketball here in this second quarter as they will handle it with Isaac Emmel with England here in the front court. OC back on the floor here for the Vikings after a quick breather. England making his way, drive, kick, right-handed side, dribble, extra pass to England after the fake by Emmel. England gives it on the interior to Weston. Weston, shot blocked by Brooks. Ball out of play, and it will be a Viking basketball. Good defense here by Kindred. We've seen steals, we've seen blocks. They are getting after it, and they are lengthy. So for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, how much can they drive and attack the paint will be the question here. Inadvertent trip. Bacco gets tripped up here. Davis gets the ball. It's a 2-on-1 now to England. England off the window, but can't make the layup. Rebound, Wilkinson put back off the window for 2. Atticus with his first field goal of the contest, and the Skyhawks come out sprawling with another steal, but they give it right back. As Davis got the steal, looking for the bounce pass to England. And the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks come out and jump on the Kindred Vikings in the opening 40 seconds of the second quarter. Davis, bounce pass, left-handed side now to Peraza. Peraza doubled, gives it back to Davis. Ball's tipped and right in the hands of Davis. And then it will be out of play. Last touch here by Kindred's own Jack Davis, as this one goes out of play. So for Shiloh, they will see it here with England. England to the top of the key to Davis. That'll go interior to Wilkinson. Baby hook up and down for 2. Atticus Wilkinson didn't have too many post touches in the first 8 minutes. He's got 1 right off the bat, 1 in transition here. As Starcevic, left wing three-pointer will go long. Peraza gets the rebound, kick to OC, right of the key, three-pointer. That'll be short. Rebound, Starcevic put back off the window, good for 2. Starcevic now with 6 points here for the Kindred Vikings, and Kindred regains the advantage up by 5 as the Viking faithful chanting defense. England drive, kick, jumper, three-pointer. That'll go short by Davis from Shiloh. This one on the offensive board now will go in the interior to Weston. Ball gets skipped to England at the left wing. Wilkinson posting up. Wilkinson takes a dribble. Wilkinson sees a block shot by Starcevic. Stays with it, back to England here as England will handle it on the left wing. England gives it up top now to Emmel. Isaac Emmel makes his way to the baseline now to Davis. Devin gonna drive. He lost it on the way up to the baseline. This will go to 8 seconds on the shot clock now. This will be at the top to Weston. Back to England, takes the ball screen. Kindred comes out and hedges, and the Vikings will get a shot clock violation. Good defense from Kindred, deflecting, getting their hands in the passing lanes. They were everywhere with a suffocating defense there for the Vikings. 5:43 remaining here in the opening half. It's Kindred up by 5 over the Skyhawks. Brooks Bacco crossing the timeline here for Kindred. Left-handed side to OC. OC looking for a teammate, finds one to Starcevic. Starcevic spinning his way on Wilkinson. Great shot fake, gets his man up in the air and then gets fouled. Starcevic has used the up and under a couple times here today. The foul will be assessed on the Skyhawks. This will be on Carson Quam. His second, team's first of the quarter. An immediate timeout on the floor. Starcevic to the free throw line when we return. 5:28 remaining here in the opening half. It's Kindred 20, Shiloh 15 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
We've got your back. Protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, personal protections, and so much more. Our service agents answer the phone with a kind of speed and detail that even the Secret Service would envy. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Time out on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities that they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Kindred 20, Shiloh Christian 15 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Vikings led by the 12 points of Carson O.C. Starcevic with 6 and a chance to add to that at the free throw line for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. 2 field goals in the quarter, both coming by Atticus Wilkinson. He has 4 to match Caden England with 4. Shiloh led by the 5 of Wyatt Weston. And 5:28 remaining before we get to the half. Starcevic, 2 right-handed free throws. First one is up, and that'll be off the mark. And for the Vikings so far from the free throw line, they are 0 of 4 from the stripe. Shiloh has yet to shoot a free throw in their own right. Foul attempt number 2 by Starcevic. That one will be in, and eventually rebound Davis. Put back off the window for 2. Second chance opportunities. 2 points still awarded to Kindred in that possession as they lead it by 7. England near sideline as this one will go to Melberg on the interior. Wilkinson, but a foul on Starcevic. That'll be his second. Starcevic will pick up the foul, his first, team's first, as they were trying to get a little bit out in front there, as Riley Sunram will check into the game and provide a little bit more of a bigger body here at 6'7" against the 6'6" Wilkinson. Shiloh to inbound the basketball here with England. Gives it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson rising from the right wing. That'll go long and a board to Jack Davis. Davis and the Vikings crossing over right wing. Double comes in the half court. Davis with it up top to OC. OC couple of dribbles. Bounce pass Sunram from the left block, and it was blocked on the way up by Wyatt Weston. Weston the other side of the floor in transition here. Weston leaves it left and inside Melberg. Extra pass as they working on the interior to Wilkinson. Wilkinson gives it back to Melberg here as Shiloh resets. James making his way to the paint and a block shot by Jack Davis. The 6'3" senior says, get that out of here. And that's the one thing that Kindred's been able to do well here today is alter and get deflection so far when Shiloh tries to get downhill, as Devin Davis for the Skyhawks will check into the contest. Melberg on the inbounds here on the baseline, leaves it on the left baseline, back around the Warren as they give it to Davis. This one now to England. England with the jab step, ripping it through. England to the left block, driving kick. Kindred does well defensively. Back to the top. Melberg, three-pointer short. Rebound comes down to Sunram. Outlet now to Brooks Bacco. Bacco to Peraza. Peraza, a couple of dribbles, slides it to Javis off the window for 2. Points in transition for the Vikings. They lead it by 9, just over 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. England kick, right-handed side, Skyhawks there with Weston. Back to England here. England rising, right wing, rainbow three, nothing but twine. Caden England with the second three-pointer of the tournament. Other side, little step-through shot by Peraza is short. Rebound comes down to Shiloh here with England. England left-handed side to Weston. Weston gets cut off, back to England here, as England says, let me go one-on-one with OC. England ripping it through. England double. This one tapped out of bounds by Bacco. Good hands by Brooks, as the Vikings with Owen Hoyme will check into the contest. 3:38 remaining in the second quarter. Kindred leads it by 6 as Shiloh will make another substitution and bring Isaac Emmel to the floor. Vikings with 18 points in the first quarter. Shiloh with 11 in the opening 8 minutes. Skyhawks with Devin Davis. Little flex cut off the inbounds, looking for Wilkinson. Nothing there. Back to Devin on the baseline. England guarded by OC. He'll rise. Left wing three-pointer. Rattling out, no good. Rebound tapped out, eventually won by Jack Davis, who gives it to Sunram, who chases it down before he barrel rolls into media row. Jack Davis goes behind the back, and the Skyhawks get their hands on it. This one goes the other side for England. England literally went on top of the basketball for a moment. Jump on the arrow, make its way back to Kindred. A little frenetic pace there as England kind of grinded with the basketball for a moment. His back got the worst of it as his back was right on top of the basketball, sliding underneath him. As he will check out of the game, as coming in will be Tristan Grease back to the floor here for the Skyhawks with Wyatt Weston. Atticus Wilkinson, also you'll have there Melberg here for Shiloh. And Isaac Emmel. For the Kindred Vikings, OC in the front court, Hoyme with Peraza, Sunram, and Jack Davis. Sunram posting up on the block here. Davis swings it now right at the key to Peraza. Peraza, couple hard dribbles inside the paint, double comes. Peraza kicking out of Davis as they move it to Hoyme on the baseline. Shiloh coming out and jumping everything here defensively. Davis, right-handed side, Sunram to Peraza as he lays it in for 2. Presley Peraza with his first made field goal of the evening. Right-handed side, couple hard dribbles here by Grease, and there will be a foul before the shot. Foul will be on the floor, and we'll have a media timeout. Foul will be with Presley Peraza. That'll be his first and the team's second. 2:35 remaining in the first half. Kindred up by 8. Shiloh with the ball will return.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snow melt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email HudsonK@farmfungi.com, or for more information, visit the website farmfungi.com.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, a media timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 26-18. The Vikings out in front so far with just 8 points in the quarter, but 4 of them by Jack Davis. Well, for the Vikings, all 5 of their starters have scored here tonight, and that's where all the scoring has been so far from Brad Whale. For the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, they have 4 players in the scoring column with all their points except 2 coming from their starters. James Melberg with a 2-pointer back in the first quarter off the bench for Coach Brad Miller. Shiloh to inbound it here as they give it now to the left, right of the key. Jack Davis inside England. England going up, and there's going to be a foul, and England will head to the free throw line, and this foul will be on Ossie. Carson Ossie will pick up the foul. That'll be his second team's third. In England, as he was going up, Ossie was going for the ball, but then had just enough of his hands on the arm, and England will head to the free throw line. 7 points so far, and this will be the first free throw attempt of the evening for the Skyhawks. Bend to the knee, right-handed shot, and England misses his first free throw of the tournament. He was 8 of 8 against Delax Burlington. Peraza comes back into the game for the Vikings. Ossie checks out. Shiloh will bring Atticus Wilkinson back in after a quick breather as Tristan Grease will sub out of the game. Free throw attempt number 2 here by England. Free throw is up, and it's good. England 4 points in both the first and the second quarter so far. Brooks Bacco in the front court here, and as we mentioned, Shiloh has really added to the pressure defense here in this second quarter. Left-handed side goes Hoyme, left wing, Sunram posting up, nothing given, as this one works around the horn now to Jack Davis. Davis ripping it through left-handed side to Hoyme. Hoyme takes a dribble looking for Brooks Bacco, nothing there. Back to Davis. Shot clock to 10. Peraza on the high post. Peraza back to Davis. Davis inside the paint, lost it, and eventually it is a turnover. That's their 6th. Shiloh in the front court now to Isaac Emmel. Back up top to Melberg. Melberg, hard dribble, pops a pass to Atticus Wilkinson, who saves it from going out of bounds. Now to Davis. To England. England, couple hard dribbles. England, double team comes. Kick. Melberg, left pocket 3. Rattle it in. James Melberg with the triple. That's one thing Brad Wells said in our pregame show. They're going to have to guard the three-point line, but with England bringing not but 2 but 3 defenders with them, someone was open, and Melberg delivered for the Skyhawks. Vikings with Brooks Bacco. Bacco into a double, and that'll be a reach here by Devin Davis. Shiloh will pick up the foul, their second of the quarter. That would be Davis's first, as he'll bring Wyatt Weston into the game now for the Skyhawks. Also, Shiloh bring Tristan Grease in as Melberg will check out. Vikings will utilize this one with Brooks Bacco. Bacco between the rings, takes the ball screen by Peraza. Good hedge. They look to double. Peraza on the flare, has it at the right wing. Presley crossing over right to left inside the paint. 7-footer up and in for 2. Presley, Peraza, tough-looking shot. He got it to go, and the Vikings lead it by 6. 60 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Caden England and a timeout here for Brad Miller. One of those burn it or use it or lose it timeouts, and we'll break with them. 57 seconds here remaining in the first.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
28-22 again. Time out on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Here's the Kindred Vikings have a 6-point lead again in the landscape when it comes to state basketball. When you play in the majority of the state tournaments, the quarters, the semis, third place, and championship, if you don't use a timeout, you only are going to have 4 instead of your normal 5 because all the media timeouts. But if you don't use a timeout in the first half, you'll lose it. So Brad Miller calls the timeout. They will set up a three-pointer on the baseline. No good by Wyatt Weston after Kindred comes out. Little 1-2-2 rebound. Peraza up the other side of the floor. Davis can't get it to go. Put back Sunram. No, it's still loose. Eventually Shiloh come up with it. England with a full head of steam. Throws it off the side of the backboard. Davis gets the rebound. Davis finds the outlet to Hoyme. Now to Bacco. Brooks Bacco in a timeout here for Brad Well, as he will also do the use it or lose it situation with 27.5 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Kindred Vikings, 10 points here in this quarter, all inside the three-point line, while for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, half of their field goals in the quarter, they've hit 4, with 2 of them coming from beyond the arc here for Shiloh. Coming up at the half, we'll keep you apprised of what happened earlier today here from the Fargodome. Also remind you what's coming up next week in terms of some of the all-state selections, Mr. and Mrs. Basketball, when everything will get announced, and we'll keep you apprised of that and more. That's still to come here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Kindred Vikings 28, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 22, as the Vikings will see it here. And Shiloh, we'll see what they'll throw out there defensively, as they've been trapping a little bit more here in this second quarter. Brooks Bacco in the front court. 20 seconds now, gives it to Osi between the circles. Right-handed side to Peraza. Peraza at the right wing, back up top to Starcevic. Starcevic hands it off to Bacco on this weave. Bacco, left-handed dribble, crossing over left-right, looking for the bounce pass, and it was taken away immediately there by Isaac Emmel. Emmel with 2 seconds, now with 1. England's got to get a shot off to beat the horn, and off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. It's the Kindred Vikings 28, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 22. Our halftime show is coming up next here from the Fargodome.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Triton Mechanical is your leader for commercial, industrial, and residential contracting in southeast North Dakota. From the quality of their products, the commitment to you, the customer, and their service, let Triton Mechanical handle your next request, from heating, cooling, boilers, and more. Go online to triton-mechanical.com. That's triton-mechanical.com for all your service work, or to get in contact with them today. Triton Mechanical is a division of Grotberg Electric, and they strive to leave a legacy of excellence with their partners, customers, and employees.
Welcome to our halftime show here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller with you courtside from the Fargodome. So far for both of these teams, battling this one out. Winner plays the Devils Lake Firebirds in the championship tomorrow, as we recap what happened earlier today from both the A and the B divisions. In Minot at the Minot State Dome, West Hope Newburgh 63-61 over Bowman County. Walker Broughton with 26 points and 10 rebounds in the win for the Sioux. Bowden Duffield at 35 points, including 6 3-pointers in the loss for Bowman County. North Star over Bishop Ryan 62-48. Dane Hangler with 25 points and 11 rebounds. As again for the Kindred Vikings, they lead it here by 6, but out in Minot, those are going to be the two teams playing in the championship of North Star and West Hope Newburgh. And then you have Edgeley, Cullum, Montpelier, and our Redeemers in overtime. Our Redeemers winner over EKM 65-62. And currently at the half in Minot, Lamorle O'Marion leads Sargent County 27-23. Earlier today here from the Fargo on the loser-out games, Valley City winners by 4 over Beulah, 58-54. Talon Larson with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and Carson Eggert added 8 points and 12 boards in the win for Valley City. They will match up with Killdeer as the Cowboys defeated Delax Burlington 40-38. It was a season low for the Lakers in the loss. For the Killdeer Cowboys, led by Cooper Bang with 16 points and 2 3-pointers. Then Devils Lake winners 64-53. Wiley DeLorme with 20 points all in the second half of play for the Firebirds in their 64-53 win. First time since 1999 that Devils Lake's in a state championship, and they're going for their first state title for the first time since 1925. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll take a look at the first half numbers. It's the Kindred Vikings 28, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 22 here on your liveevent.com.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snow melt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email hudsonk@farmfungi.com, or for more information, visit the website farmfungi.com.
As we take a look at the first half numbers here, the Kindred Vikings 28, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 22. For Kindred, 18 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second. Well, for Shiloh Christian, 11 points in both the first and the second. The Kindred Vikings, 5 players in the scoring column, led by the 12 points of Carson Osee. He had 3 threes in the opening 2.5 minutes. He finished with 4 3-pointers in the first quarter, hasn't scored since, but so far the only player in double digits with 12. 6 points then for Jake Starcevic, who's 0 of 4 from the free throw line, but a handful of steals and rebounds. 4 points for Presley Peraza, 4 for Davis, and 2 for Brooks Bacco. Again, the Vikings led by the 12 of Carson Osee. For Shiloh Christian, led by the 8 points of Caden England. England also 1 of 2 from the free throw line with a made 3-pointer. 5 points for James Melberg off the bench with a made 3. Wyatt Weston with 5 points, also with a made 3. Then Atticus Wilkinson with 4 points here for Shiloh Christian. Again, Caden England with 8 points here for the Skyhawks. It's game number 25 of the season here for Shiloh. 18 wins and 6 losses. One for the Kindred Vikings, also their 25th game of the season with a mark of 24 wins and 0 losses. About 3 minutes till we get ready for the second half of play. Here's again leading the way is Carson Osee with 12 points for the Kindred Vikings so far here in this contest in the first half. They are shooting 4 of 9 from the land at 3, but all those threes made by Carson Osee, 12 of 22 from the floor. The Vikings, however, with 9 turnovers and 5 assists. Well, for Shiloh Christian, shooting 9 of 30 so far from the floor. 3 of 13 from 3, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, and 6 turnovers here for Shiloh Christian. At the half, it's 28-22 Kindred here on your liveevent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
High school basketball here on YourLiveEvent.com as we're just moments away getting you ready for the third quarter of play here from the Fargo Dome. Again, the Kindred Vikings out in front by 6. Back and forth early in this one. We were tied at 5, and that has been the last tie of the contest where both teams were getting up and down the floor. Shiloh getting more towards the paint. OC was hitting threes from the parking lot, and both teams settled in more defensively in the second 8 minutes of play. Again, Kindred 28, Shiloh 22 here as we're just moments away from getting you ready for this third quarter of play. Shiloh has never won a state title, trying to get there for the third time since 2019, finishing runner-up in 2019 in overtime against Thompson, last year losing in Bismarck against Central Cass. While for the Kindred Vikings, one state title in program history, that was in 2021 at the Mounted State Dome. They finished runners-up the next season of 4 wins Minnewacan as the Vikings are trying to get back to a state tournament championship game for the third time in 4 seasons. So for Shiloh, in their navy blue and gold uniforms, navy blue up and down with the goal numerals and Shiloh in cursive across the front. We'll start with the basketball here in the third. With it is Weston. Teardropper from the right wing, can't get it to go. Backside board by Jake Starcevic here for the Vikings. Starcevic, other side, goes right to the paint, can't get it. Rebound tapped down, will be last touched off of Shiloh. So Starcevic with Peraza, Davis, OC, and also with him on the floor, you got Brooks Bacco, the original starting 5 here for the Kindred Vikings. This will go right-handed side. OC with the lob to Peraza. Peraza muscling his way through a double team inside the paint. Shot off the backboard, good for 2. Presley Peraza now is 6. England with Davis on the floor. You also have Emmel with him, Weston, and Wilkinson, the original starting 5 as well for head coach Brad Miller and the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Bounce pass inside Wilkinson. Wilkinson from the right, blocked for 2 over Starcevic. As Shiloh cuts that lead back to 2 possessions and a foul here on England. Foul will be on Caden England, his first and the team's first of the third quarter. As for the Kindred Vikings, they will inbound it here. And again, one thing Shiloh did a little differently from the quarter adjustment, they went from kind of just sagging off in the half court, and then all of a sudden they really applied the pressure, getting in those passing lanes a lot more, looking to double when they could in that second quarter. Handoff goes Bacco left wing. Bacco jab step, makes his way inside the paint. Bacco turnaround jumper from 12, no. Rebound though, Presley Peraza. Open is Davis. Davis drives, kick now to Peraza who spins. Peraza lost it on the way up, somehow goes to Starcevic at the left wing. Starcevic right of the key to Davis. Davis with 20 seconds on the shot clock, gives it back to Presley. Peraza making his way. Tough shot short, might have been blocked by Emmel, and the rebound comes down to Shiloh Christian. Skyhawks, we'll see it here. That'll go to England. England right-handed side to Weston, as Weston will utilize it. Bounce pass right-handed side to England. England with it on the interior to Wilkinson, as Wilkinson making his way to left-handed side to Emmel. Emmel looking for a teammate, finds one now to England. England here at the top of the key, 10 seconds on the shot clock, trying to get by OC, drive, kick, right-handed side now to Weston. Weston stepped through off the window, no, it never drew iron, shot clock to 3, and they'll have the jump ball and the arrow make its way towards Kindred. So that again is something they've done, is the jump ball. With 4 seconds, it will be Vikings basketball, and Kindred, as they've done throughout a good portion of this game, They've made it difficult for Shiloh to just get an easy look. A lot of shots have been contested throughout the night here from the Vikings defense. It was a track meet in the first quarter, at least in the opening 4 minutes. Since then, both teams' defenses have really settled in. Starcevic crossing over. Starcevic going up, and then he lost it on the way up with the good backside defense by Devin Davis to come down and swat the basketball out of his hands. Other side, Emmel leaves it baseline. Jumper on the way, Weston long. Rebound by Atticus. Wilkinson shot fake, and he gets fouled. Atticus Wilkinson now with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and he will go to the free throw line. The foul will be tabbed on Starcevic. That'll be Jake's first, and that'll be the team's first in the third quarter and Starcevic's third here of the contest. Shiloh Christian with Wilkinson to the free throw line is up, and that is good. Atticus now with 7. Riley Sunram will check in here for the Kindred Vikings as Starcevic will check out with those 3 fouls. 5:31 remaining here in this third quarter. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll get to our GSD Precision Egg player of the game. Free throw attempt number 2 is off the mark by Wilkinson. Rebound comes down to Peraza. Carson Ossie in the front court now for the Vikings. Ossie making his way right-hand side, goes to Bacco, back to Ossie. Ossie on the baseline, spinning, shot up and in. Carson Ossie able to get his man to think he was maybe going more towards the paint, able to spin to the baseline and get a shot from 10 feet to go down for 2. Left-handed side will be England. England inside the paint to the top of the key. Now there goes Emmel. Emmel's pass to Wilkinson. It's going to be Wilkinson to come up with it, but he relieves pressure to Davis. England at the right wing spins through a double kick. Right-handed side, Weston open three-pointer showed. Ossie gets the rebound. Now it goes to Brooks Bacco. Bacco in transition. Right-handed scoop off the window, no. And a board to Atticus. Shiloh got back well defensively, and now it's going to be Davis. Other side of the floor goes Weston. Right-handed side, Emma on the interior to Wilkinson. Wilkinson doubled, and there's going to be a scrum for it, and we'll have a media timeout on the floor. 4:27 remaining here in the third quarter. Media timeout on the floor as we have a possession arrow, and the arrow will stay for Shiloh Christian after the jump ball. Shiloh with the ball return, down by 7 against the Vikings.
Saturday, April 6th, Vikings from across the land will converge to feast and celebrate the athletes and their achievements. Vikings will raise their swords, ride their mighty steeds, bid on treasures, gems, and experiences, with the focus on supporting the kids. Join the tradition, forged in friendship and molded in the spirit of family. Viking pride.
High school basketball here on YourLiveEvent.com. 32-25 Kindred over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks with 4:27 remaining in the third quarter. Shiloh with Weston will inbound the basketball right in front of the Skyhawks bench as they give it now to Melberg. Melberg back up top. That'll go to Quam. Quam high post now to England, guarded by Ossie. England. Couple of dribbles, able to spin, drive kick, now to Weston at the right wing. Weston, crow hops inside the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound to Peraza. Peraza to Bacco in the front court now to Davis. Davis back to Brooks to set up the offense as Ossie handles it between the circles. Ossie right-handed side to Bacco. Bacco right wing finds an interior. Ossie power dribble, and Ossie looking for the slam, but he lost it as he was going to try to dunk it. It still went in for 2 around the world. He's got 16. Other side, England to the paint. Oh, what a move for England. England now with 10, got to the paint, went right to left, able to throw some English on it. As both teams train a couple of buckets here. Ossie will handle it, and there will be a foul on England. That'll be his second and the team's second of the third quarter. Substitution as coming into the game here for Kindred will be Owen Hoyme, as Hoyme will check into the game for the Vikings, 34-27. As the Skyhawks will make a substitution and bring Dean Davis back in, as checking out will be Carson Quam. Vikings, we'll see this one with Brooks Bacco. Shiloh matching up here on this man defense. They leave Hoyme open. Hoyme thought about it, now gives it to the top, as this one will give it back up top to Peraza. Peraza, hard drive kick, Hoyme on the baseline. Hoyme, dribble pullback, three-pointer short, rebound to England here for the Skyhawks. England, hesitation, England drive kick, and that'll be an offensive player control foul here on England. As he went to dish the basketball, he rose from his feet, and England picks the foul. That's going to be large, his third, and he's kind of been the start to get the offensive going here for Shiloh, but he will pick up his third, and that'll be the Skyhawks' third of the quarter. 3 minutes to play in the third. OC, deep three-pointer off the backboard, can't get it. Rebound comes down to Wyatt Weston. Other side of the floor goes Melberg. Melberg at the free throw line finds England. England right-handed side as they give it now to Davis. Back to Weston, and we'll see a foul on the floor as Wilkinson was posting up. Riley Sunram will get tabbed for the foul, and we'll have a media timeout on the floor. Sunram will pick the foul, his first. That'll be the team's second, and with 2:46 remaining in the third quarter, points have been hard to come by here in this second half. Kindred so far with just 6 points in the third quarter. Shiloh with 5. The Vikings lead it by 6 here on your liveevent.com.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snowmelt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email hudsonk@farmfungi.com, or for more information, visit the website farmfungi.com.
High school basketball here on yourliveevent.com. 34-27 Vikings with the advantage over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. A reminder, make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll get to our GSB Precision Egg Player of the Game. We'll also try to hear from a particular player, the head coach from Bradwell, that and more, as once you get to a state tournament, it's literally the definition of a media car wash sometimes, with everybody who wants a piece of these players after a post-game interview. So we'll do our best here, try to get to a couple of them. After the media timeout, Shiloh looking to work on the inside as they do with Wilkinson. Wilkinson, good step through shot, got it to go. Annikus Wilkinson now with 9 here for the Skyhawks, who are back within 5. Shiloh, a little zone defense. This one goes to Brooks Bacco. Bacco reverse it to Peraza. Now to the left wing, OC. Hoyme with the flex, gives it back to Carson here. OC left-handed side to Hoyme. Hoyme will handle it at the left wing. Crossing over, able to relieve some pressure. Picks up that dribble, but back to OC. OC gives it to Hoyme here. Finds a cutting Peraza. Peraza going up off the window. Can't get it. And going out of bounds will be Wilkinson, as his right foot was out of bounds on the baseline. And for Kindred, they'll have 5 seconds on the shot clock to try to get this one up and in. Brooks Bacco on the inbounds here for the Vikings. Gives it left-handed side to Peraza. Peraza trying to get the pass off. Does to Bacco. What a move! Brooks Bacco now with 4 and give the assist to Peraza. Bacco caught it from the left block. Finished from the right block on the reversal. Kindred up by 7. Left-handed side now to Davis. Davis inside the paint. Teardropper rattling in. Devin Davis with his first field goal for the Skyhawks, and Shiloh back within 5 with 1:40 left in the third quarter. Hoyme back to OC. OC gives it to Hoyme. Hoyme gives it back to the top of the key as they reverse it to Brooks Bacco. Bacco finds it to Hoyme here, left-handed side to Bacco, to the baseline to Peraza. Peraza, shot no, rebound comes down, and this one will go with Shiloh. Skyhawks with Wyatt Weston in the front court. Weston finds a teammate open, three-pointer on the way, yes sir! James Melberg with his second made 3 of the contest, and the Skyhawks are back within 2, just over 60 seconds here in the third quarter. Vikings with Hoyme to the baseline here to Bacco. Bacco, nice little slip pass to Sunram. Sunram off the window, got it to go. That's what a ball reversal will do for you on the zone. Able to go right down the paint with Bacco from one baseline to the other for Sunram with a little smooch on a Friday night off the window. Shiloh other side up, and England circus shot can't go. Here goes Peraza, but it's going to be stolen away by the Skyhawks, and then we'll see and over and back then eventually by Shiloh with Devin Davis. So a turnover for a turnover, as Shiloh does not want to allow this Kindred team to get out and dunk the basketball. The dunkometer here for Kindred 4 in their contest against Killdeer. Peraza had a couple, but one was negated. Another one was negated earlier here because Starcevic got fouled before the putback dunk, as the Vikings go a little deeper down the bench. Isaac Spellhog, the 6'1 junior, will check in for the Vikings. About a 2-second shot clock to game clock differential here, as OC will handle it here at the top of the key. OC bounce pass, lazy bounce pass. It gets thrown away by Isaac Emmel. Emmel bounce pass across the paint. This one goes through the hands of Davis, stays with it. Oh, what a find then to Wyatt Weston underneath the hoop for two. Davis lost it, regained possession, got it to go, and Shiloh's back within a possession. Davis left-handed side, OC left wing three on the way, got it! OC with this fifth three-pointer. Shiloh will handle it here with 2 seconds. 1 second, half-court shot is going to go short, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. Carson OC, have yourself a night. He's so far for the Vikings with 19 points to lead the floor as we go to the fourth quarter.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
For the first time ever, World of Outlaws at Norman County Raceway on Saturday, June 29th.
Talk about good luck. You can save over $4,000 when you move into Benedict and Mission Court in Ada this month. Sign a lease and get your third month of rent free, and they'll waive the community fee. Benedict and Mission Court provides 3 meals a day, housekeeping, transportation, social activities, a full kitchen and handicap accessible bathroom, plus indoor access to essential healthcare and on-site Benedictine therapy services. Call today to schedule a tour, 218-784-5250. Benedict
41-36 here as we go to the fourth quarter. Play the Kindred Vikings lead it by 5 over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks here on yourliveevent.com. For the Vikings, they have 13 points here in this third quarter, while for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, they would finish with 14 points in the quarter. And for the first time tonight, Shiloh, for the second time tonight, outscored Kindred by 1. They did it in the second. They did it in the third. Kindred with an 18-11 lead after one quarter play. And it's been that start for the Vikings that has allowed them to play for the majority of this game with a lead. But the Skyhawks defense continues to be a problem here throughout for Bradwell's Kindred Vikings, as it's another turnover on Kindred. Shiloh right-handed side with Weston to the baseline now to Davis. Davis with a little cradle rock, looking for a teammate, finds one here to England. England going up, lost it, and he will be out of bounds, and it will be Shiloh basketball. So last touch will be of OC here of the Kindred Vikings. Shiloh right-handed side to Davies, back up top now to Weston. Weston interior to Atticus, right-handed side to Davies. Davis, that is. Davis left-handed side to Emmel. Back up top here, 10 seconds on the shot clock to England. England right of the key, 4 seconds on the shot clock. England making his way. There's going to be a foul on the floor before anything. The foul will be on OC. That'll be Carson's third and the team's first of the fourth quarter. So OC gets called for the foul. He's got 3. Starcevic with 3 as well, and with 7:17 remaining in the fourth, it's a fresh 35 on the shot clock for Shiloh. Atticus lost it. Starcevic hits the deck with Wilkinson. Jump ball on the arrow, make its way towards Shiloh. The Vikings with 3 timeouts remaining. Also for Shiloh with 3 timeouts remaining here in the fourth. Skyhawks were one of the 6 teams to play within single digits to this Viking team this season. There's a good move, turnaround jumper, but we'll see a foul before the turnaround jumper. A little with the check with Brooks Bacco. He'll pick up the foul, his second. And for the Vikings, they'll pick up their second as a team. And Shiloh picking up some fouls here in Kindred early in the quarter. Getting in the front was Starcevic as it goes out of bounds. And now it's been a very choppy start to this fourth quarter. A lot of flow with some of these turnovers, and ball's going out of bounds and the fouls. Davis at the right baseline here. Bounce pass now to White Weston up top to England. England here at the top of the key, left-handed dribble. England drive kick. This one goes to Emmel. Emmel back to England. England with the jab step. He'll rise, left wing jumper, grazes the front iron, and a rebound to Davis. Brooks Bacco up the side of the floor to Peraza. Peraza looking for a teammate, finds one. Davis back to Presley. Presley back to Davis. There's the give and go for 2. Nice cut by Davis. Good find by Peraza. The Vikings lead it by 7. England now to Emmel. NBA range three-pointer as well. Short rebound to Presley. Peraza with a transition, lost it as he just kind of got tripped up inadvertently in a turnover on the Vikings, but then Shiloh gives it up right back, and Starcevic comes up with a steal, and Shiloh gets tabbed with a foul. Shiloh will be on Isaac Emmel, his first, team's first, as with 6:16 here in the fourth quarter, the Kindred Vikings up by 7, trying to get to a state championship in North Dakota for the 3rd time in 4 years. Well, for Shiloh, trying to make it to a state championship here in North Dakota for the 3rd time since 2019. OC to the baseline, Peraza. Peraza on the left baseline looking for it. High post touch, Davis, jumper, no. Rebound will be won here by England. England up the other side of the floor to Melberg. Melberg finds a trailing England. England making his way right block. Right-handed scoop off the window, no. And Peraza clears the window. Brooks Bacco in the front court. Left-handed side, Davis. Davis with the skip to Starcevic. Starcevic spinning on the interior. Starcevic at the block. Gives it now to Peraza. Right of the key. Three-pointer on the way. OC, yes, sir! Carson OC with his 5th three-pointer. He's got 22. Bring up the umbrellas. It's raining OC here tonight. Shiloh, left-handed side, Melberg. Now that'll go to England. England dribble handoff as that'll be to Weston. Weston with 20 seconds on the shot clock to Melberg. Bounce pass inside Atticus. Wilkinson off the window for 2. Wilkinson now with 11, and Shiloh needed a quick field goal there with 5 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Brooks Bacco, left-handed side, finds it to OC. OC from the three-point line. That was going to be off the mark as Starcevic's tip gets out to Davis. As now Devin Davis pass finds Wilkinson. Oh, what a find! And a timeout on the floor. Atticus Wilkinson now with 13 points. Good transition for the Skyhawks, and that's immediate timeout. 4:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Kindred up by 6 with the ball when we return.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North at ibanknorth.com. They're more than just a bank. They're a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. 46-40, Shiloh calls the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. They have 1 team foul. The Kindred Vikings with 3 timeouts remaining and 2 team fouls so far here in this one. full court pressure defense, and England gets the steal. England making his way to the paint. Kick left-handed side. Weston rising 16-footer off the lip of the rim. Rebound, and Weston will get called for the foul. Foul will be assessed on Wyatt Weston, his first, team second, after Brooks Bacco had the better position. 4:40 remaining here in the third quarter as Jack Davis will check into the game, as coming out will be Owen Hoyme here for the Kindred Vikings. So far for the Vikings, led by the 22 of OC. Full court pressure defense will continue. Kindred will utilize it now with Brooks Bacco in the backcourt to OC. Game that started again at 8:24 tonight. Right-handed side goes Davis, open, right pocket, three! Tickles a twine. Jack Davis now with 9. Melberg at the free throw line, bounce pass, Wilkinson on Sunram, leaves it left-handed side to Weston, now to Melberg. Melberg from the free throw, and that'll be a foul on Starcevic, and Jake will pick up his 4th, and that'll be the team's 3rd. Davis with a stone-cold dagger from the right baseline there for Kindred. They're going to leave someone open, trying to get some other guys out of the rhythm, and Davis had 4 points and 5 rebounds in their win against the Killdeer Cowboys, and a big-time 3 for Jack. Just his 7th made three-pointer of the season, but it came at a most opportune time for the Vikings. Inbounds, Wilkinson trying to post up on the inside. Sunram got his hand on it. Tipped out to Weston. Weston spins on the baseline now to Wilkinson, who gives it to Melberg. Melberg on the interior lane opens up. Block shot on the way by Davis. He hits the 3, and he can play defense. The Vikings find it to OC. OC between the circles, near sideline now to Bacco. To the baseline, Davis wants another one. The 3, that'll go short, and a rebound to England. That could have been an early knockout punch if that would have gone. England crossing over left to right. Drive, kick, right-handed side to Davis. That's Devin. Leaves it now on the right wing to England. England interior to Wilkinson. Wilkinson on Sunram. Oh, what a block shot by Riley. Back-to-back block shots by Kindred, but OC throws it out of bounds. And a turnover here for the Vikings. That's been their Achilles heel tonight, has been the turnover bug here for Kindred. But they do lead it by 9 with 3:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. England to Wilkinson on the right wing, now to Weston. Make that Davis. Devin Davis to the paint, off the window. Tough shot, no. Rebound tapped out to Davis. That's for Kindred. Now to Peraza. Presley Peraza slows it up, finds it to OC. OC here will handle it between the circles, and this one will go right into media row. That'll be tapped out of bounds. As the Vikings will see it here with OC to inbound it, as they will handle it now in the backcourt, as that'll go to Brooks Bacco. Bacco to Presley Peraza. Peraza at the left wing, spinning his way. Peraza the free throw line, step through off the window. Oh, what a move. Presley Peraza now with 8. Kindred leads by their largest of the game at 11, and a turnover in transition for Shiloh right in front of Brent Miller and the Skyhawks bench. Timeout on the floor. The Vikings faithful on their feet. 2:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Kindred leads it by 11 with the rock when we return.
Hey farmers, are you tired of looking at and struggling with those sodic, alkaline, and salty spots in your field? Salt Be Gone is your answer. Our proprietary blend of microbes have the ability to break down the complex salts that are wrecking your soils and make them either bioavailable to the plant or a waste product that can be easily washed from the soils naturally with rain and snow melt. Your soil will be back to producing with little time or effort. Contact Hudson 701-526-8949. Email hudsonk@farmfungi.com, or for more information visit the website farmfungi.com.
2:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Before we get to our post-game show, again, make sure you stay tuned for that as we'll take a look at some of the final numbers in this one. Name you our Precision Egg Player of the Game, brought to you in part by GSD Precision Egg, and hear from a victorious Viking or two along the way. The Kindred Vikings 41, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 40. As for Kindred, they will inbound the basketball. Carson Ossie in the backcourt. Double team coming, finds it now. This will go to Brooks Bacco to Ossie. Ossie at the free throw line, gives it to Peraza. Peraza spinning his way inside the paint, and they'll see a foul here on Shiloh. Carson Quam will get tabbed with the foul, his third. That'll be the team's third, and a fresh 35 on top of it on the shot clock for Kindred to still try to take some time off the clock here. Vikings give it now to Ossie. Ossie here at the top of the key. Reverse it right-hand side to Davis. Jacken will see a foul as Brooks Bacco was trying to get in front of Melberg on a cut, and Melberg will get tabbed with a foul. That'll be James's first, the team's fourth, and the next foul here on Shiloh will result in bonus free throws for the Kindred Vikings. Right-handed side goes Ossie to the baseline. Bacco give and go to Ossie as he throws it in for two. Ossie got it right above the rim. He's got now 24 points on the night for Kindred. Turnaround jumper. Peraza gets a blocked shot. It's a third block for the Vikings in the last nearly 90 seconds. A reach and foul by Carson Quam, his fourth, team's fifth, and Peraza heads to the free throw line. Kindred 0 of 5 from the stripe. Peraza 6 of 8 in this tournament so far. All free throws against the Cowboys. And he's got 8 points in the game, a chance to get to double digits here. Free throw opportunity for Peraza. First one is up and in. He's got 9. Substitutionist Starcevic will check into the game for Kindred. Free throw opportunity number 2 upcoming. Here is Shiloh. The least amount of points that they have scored this season is 58 at Devil's Lake on January the 19th. This would be a new season low for the Skyhawks. Peraza misses the second. Rebound comes down to Wyatt Weston. But with just under 2 minutes to play, Shiloh needs to be nearly flawless here to try to mount a comeback for Kindred. Defensively, Peraza gets another block shot. This one off the block by Carson Quam. He got it enough and grazed it. And another deflection here for the Kindred Vikings. Ossie in the front court, left-handed side, Bacco. Bacco with the oop to Peraza. Just a little bit over his outstretched hands now to Atticus Wilkinson. Shiloh near sideline with James Melberg. Melberg looking for a teammate, finds one left-handed side to Wyatt Weston. Weston will handle it here, hard dribble to the left elbow. Baseline jumper by Wilkinson, can't get it to go. A rebound though for Shiloh with Weston, put back up and in. Wyatt Weston now with 9, and for the Skyhawks, that is their first field goal in 3 minutes and nearly 30 seconds of game action. It's the Kindred Vikings 54, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 42 here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
75 seconds left remaining here in the fourth quarter, 54-42. The Kindred Vikings trying to smell a state championship appearance if they can finish off the remaining 75 seconds. Vikings, we'll see this one with Carson Ossie. Ossie in the backcourt, Shiloh looking to double as they bring a double, but the Vikings give it in the front court to Sunram. Sunram at the left wing, pops a pass, and Melberg eventually sees this one out of play. They'll say it'll be off of Peraza, and it will be Shiloh basketball. But the Kindred Vikings do milk off 14 seconds as Starcevic will check in here for Kindred. Also coming to the floor now here for Shiloh Christian will be Devin Davis as the Skyhawks will inbound the basketball as they handle it now with England. England here at the top of the key. He'll rise. Three-pointer short. Rebound Sunram. Brooks Bacco up the other side of the floor. Finds Starcevic. Starcevic with a hard dribble off the window. Good for two. Jacob Starcevic now with 8. And that might just do it here for this Kindred Viking club to try to improve to now 25-0 on the season. Three-pointer is going to go short here for Shiloh. And James Melberg, the triple, unable to go down. Kindred Viking fans getting on their feet with 37.4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Starcevic subs out, tells the faithful to get on their feet. Here for Kindred in their blue. Across the way, England gets the steal and a bucket. Caden England now with 12 points. A timeout for Brad Miller and the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks as Shiloh now cuts that deficit to 12. But it's the Kindred Vikings with a 56-44 lead with 31.9 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The difference in the fourth quarter was at the 4:51 mark. Kindred was up 46-40. They scored the next 8 points over the next 1 minute and 30 seconds before Shiloh would get another bucket. And that really outstretched the game for Shiloh Christian. For the Kindred Vikings, give credit to where credit's due. It's maybe not the prettiest performance by any stretch here for Brad Wells' club tonight, but Carson Ossie got going early. He's hit 5 threes in this one, 24 points after being held to just 2 points, and that was from the free throw line in the quarters against Killdeer. Full court pressure defense. Ossie lost it. Melberg comes up with it to the paint, left-handed scoop for 2, and James Melberg now in double digits with 10. So the Skyhawks get back within 10 here. Kindred gives it to Sunram. Sunram in the front court. Riley finds it to Ossie. Ossie to Peraza. Peraza leaves it left and inside to Bacco. And for the Kindred Vikings, they will pick up the victory and improve to 25-0 on the season with a 56-46 victory over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. They hold Shiloh to 10 points in that fourth quarter while Kindred scores 15, and the Vikings pick up the win, and in doing so, they will have a date with the Devils Lake Firebirds upcoming tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. It'll be the 1-seed Kindred against the 2-seed Devils Lake Firebirds. The Grafton Smaulers, the 3-seed, will play for third against the 5th-seeded Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Again, your final 56-46. Kindred with the victory. Our post-game show is coming up next here on your liveevent.com.
Triton Mechanical is your leader for commercial, industrial, and residential contracting in southeast North Dakota. From the quality of their products, the commitment to you, the customer, and their service, let Triton Mechanical handle your next request from heating, cooling, boilers, and more. Go online at triton-mechanical.com. That's triton-mechanical.com for all your service work or to get in contact with them today. Triton Mechanical is a division of Grotberg Electric, and they strive to leave a legacy of excellence with their partners, customers, and employees.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Again, your final 56-46 here in this one as the Kindred Vikings would finish with 24 points with Carson Ossie. Kindred would finish with 7 3-pointers here tonight, and they would go 1 of just 7 from the free throw line. Some others numbers here in this one for the Kindred Vikings as they would finish with 24 points with Carson Ossie, 9 points for Presley Peraza, 9 points for Jack Davis with a made three-pointer as well. You had 8 points for Jacob Starcevic and 4 points for Brooks Bacco here for the Kindred Vikings. The Vikings would score 18 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second, 13 in the third, and 15 in the fourth quarter. Again, here for the Kindred Vikings, and Riley Sunram also added 2 points here for Kindred. For the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, they would finish with 12 points for England, 10 points here for James Melberg off the bench, 9 points then for Wyatt Weston, 2 points for Devin Davis, and Atticus Wilkinson had 13 points to lead the floor for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. The Skyhawks with 5 players in the scoring column. They would finish with 4 3-pointers and go 2 of 4 from the free throw line here tonight for Shiloh Christian. The Skyhawks now drop to 18-7 on the season, while for Kindred they improve to 25-0. It's now time to get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by GSD Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Check out the annual operator clinic on March the 28th at the Hillsboro locations. 2 identical sessions, one morning and one in the afternoon, covering system layout and diagnostics, plus setup and operation. Register at planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. Here for GSD Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. The Kindred Vikings with the win. The player of the game here in this one, Carson Ossie. Again, 2 points against Killdeer. Both were from the free throw line. Tonight would finish with 24 points. He hit 6 threes on top of it. Carson Ossie, the 6'8 junior guard, is our precision player of the game. Brought to you in part by GSD Precision Ag. They're committed to innovation and forward-thinking solutions that empower farm success. Let's recap what happened earlier in this one, as we'll try to hear from some of the Kindred Vikings after the conclusion of this contest as well. Devils Lake with a 64-53 win over Grafton. Wiley DeLorme with 20 points on the second half of play in that contest here for Devils Lake, and also finishing with a nice performance from the Firebirds was Parker Brodina with 22 points on 7 of 14 shooting from the floor with 13 rebounds. In the consolation bracket, you had a 58-54 victory here for Valley City over the Beulah Miners, 58-54. Talon Larson with 12 points and 5 rebounds, and then Carson Ager with 8 points and 12 boards. The Killdeer Cowboys with a 40-38 win over Delax Burlington. Killdeer in the contest, Cooper Bang with 16 points and 2 threes, and they held Delax Burlington to a season low in scoring as well in 38 points. Cooper Bang again, and the Killdeer Cowboys will play Valley City for 5th place at 11:15 in the morning. Beulah will play Delax Burlington at 9:30 in the morning. That game will be for 7th. 3rd place game will feature Grafton and Shiloh Christian at 3, and then Devils Lake will go up against the Kindred Vikings, as that one will be in the championship at 5 o'clock. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll take a look at the official team numbers in this one and keep you apprised of what happened also from the Monmouth State Dome. That's all coming up around the corner here on your liveevent.com.
The Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 21st at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. New exciting genetics, 65 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, 20 elite registered heifers, and 5 replacement bred heifers. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Request a catalog today. Email gjrangus@feltontel.net or call 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus and Partners, Rivers Edge Cattle Company, Prairie Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 21st. Visit jacobsonredangus.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, final numbers look like this for the Kindred Vikings. They would shoot 24 of 44 from the floor. They would go 7 of 16 from the land of 3 and 1 of 7 from the free throw line. 31 rebounds here for the Kindred Vikings, 10 assists to 8 steals. They would have 20 turnovers for Kindred, but it did not come back and haunt them, as Shiloh Christian shot 34% from the floor, 4 of 19 from the land of 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line here for the Skyhawks with 27 rebounds, 6 assists, and they would have 11 turnovers in their own right. Again, the Kindred Vikings, leading rebounder was Davis with 8 rebounds. Then from there, you had the 5 boards from Presley Peraza, 4 points for Carson Ossie. Well, for Shiloh Christian, they would have Caden England with 8 rebounds. The Skyhawks also had 8 rebounds by Atticus Wilkinson. Wilkinson nearly with a double-double of 13 points and 8 rebounds here for Shiloh Christian. Leading for steals was Isaac Emma with 5 steals. Devin Davis had 4 for the Skyhawks. For the Kindred Vikings, block shots, 2 of them coming by Presley Peraza, then a block by Brooks Bacco, Jake Starcevic, Jack Davis, and also in this one, Riley Sunram here for some of the particulars. Again, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks fall at the hands of the Kindred Vikings 56-46 here tonight inside the Fargo Dome, as the Kindred Vikings would score 28 points in the first half. They would also finish it off with 28 points in the second. Shiloh Christian with 22 points in the first half of play, and then 24 points in the second half of play here in this one. With the win, the Kindred Vikings now improved to 25-0 on the season. With the loss for Shiloh Christian, they drop to 18-7 on the year. Again, a final in this one, the Kindred Vikings 56, Shiloh Christian 46. Will continue on our post-game show after this here inside the Fargo Dome.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we come back here on our post-game show, let's recap what happened in the B earlier today. West Hope Newburgh will play North Star for the championship. West Hope Newburgh led by the 26 points and 10 rebounds of Walker Broughton in West Hope Newburgh's 63-61 win over Bowman County. North Star with a 62-48 win over Bishop Ryan. Dan Hangler with 25 points and 11 rebounds here for the Bearcats. And then you also had Edgley Montpelier over our Redeemers over EKM in overtime, 65-62. And Sargent County gets by Lemoore Litchfield-Marion, a final of 61-56 here tonight as well. Luke Martinson with 19 points in the win for the Bulldogs and 4 players in double digits. Max Muslin with 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists in the loss for Lemoore Litchfield-Marion. So in Division B, you'll have West Hope Newburgh against North Star for the championship. Bowman County will go up against Bishop Ryan for third. Edgley Montpelier will square off with Lemoore Litchfield-Marion for 7th, and the 5th place game will feature our Redeemers and Sargent County. That again will be the Division B basketball tournament. Tomorrow morning here from the Fargo Dome for basketball fans, you can get up into the Dome bright and early, 9:30 for the 7th place game with Beulah and Des Lacs Burlington. 5th place game will feature Valley City and Killdeer. That'll be at 11:15. 3rd place game will feature Grafton and Shiloh Christian. That'll be at 3 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, it'll feature Devils Lake against the Kindred Vikings. As the Kindred Vikings, again, will be looking for their 2nd championship in program history. And Devils Lake, the last time they won a state championship was back in 1925 for the Devils Lake Firebirds. It's been nearly 100 years. That's the 2 seed of Devils Lake, the 1 seed of Kindred, and those 2 teams did not match up in the regular season as well. So it'll be the first meeting of the year between the Vikings and the Devils Lake Firebirds. The broadcast on their tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. So for the Vikings, 3rd time in 4 years that they will be playing in a state tournament championship. They won the state title in 2001, finished as runner-up in 2002. Last year lost the eventual state champ in the region title against Central Cass, but this year here for Kindred, trying to do what the Squirrels did a season ago to close out the B, and that's go a perfect 26-0 for the first time in this 3-class system as well. The Kindred Vikings pick up the victory, and with the win, they will improve to that championship game again against the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. That will be again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That does it for our post-game show, as it was just the players have made their way again to the locker room with head coach Brad Whale. We will try to get some post-game interviews with them after this game concludes to our social media and also to our website pages. Again, your final, the Kindred Vikings 56, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks 46. Carson Ossie with 24 points, the only Viking in double digit, but it did not matter as they held the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks to their season low in points at 46 on this season. Join us tomorrow roughly at around 4:40 for our pregame for the championship with Kindred and Devils Lake. It'll be the 1 seed Kindred against the 2 seed Firebirds. Again, the Firebirds haven't been to a state championship since 1999. It's going to be the first time that they've been able to get there since 1925 here for the Devils Lake Firebirds, trying to win a state championship, but they haven't been there for the first time since 99. While for the Kindred Vikings, looking for their second title in program history, and they got there for the third time in 4 years here for the Vikings. Again, Kindred with the win over Shiloh on YourLiveEvent.com.